I recently platinumed A Plague Tale Innocence on PS5, thanks to it being free on PS Plus, because when this game originally came out, it didn't really catch me, but I have to say after beating it, it's absolutely brilliant, and it takes you through a range of different emotions, and there's some really sweet moments with you and your brother, and then at the same time there's some really sad moments as you see the effect of the plague that it's had on the towns. Then you also get some pretty goofy and funny moments with certain characters as they meet their demise. And then there's also the creepy moments, especially if you hate Ratch, it will definitely freak you out. And you also get some pretty cool and epic moments with all of these kids as they eventually all come together and they aim to stop the big bad guy. You kind of feel good because all these characters are really well done, and it's a pretty cool story, to be fair. Then you also get some holy shit what the fuck moments towards the end of the game. And when I say holy shit what the fuck moments, I mean holy shit what the fuck. Oh boy. But anyway, eventually I beat the game, and after watching the game's ending movie and then waiting for the platinum trophy to appear during the credits, I was left with a bit of a realisation, to be honest. A realisation that A Plague Tale Innocence had no bullshit trophies. So just what the hell am I going to do now?
One more trophy getting in my way. But it's the worst one of all. So this might be where I fall. Yourself. Really hope I don't flop. I gotta make sure I pop that one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
So A Plague Tale Innocence took me 9 hours in total to beat the game once and unlock every single trophy in a single playthrough. So for today's episode, I'm just going to talk about some of the bullshit moments that happened during my playthrough, like this one here, where the plants just go crazy. Or how about when I unlocked the trophy More Practice at the beginning of the game for smashing all of the pots in this sort of target practice minigame. So this was the very first trophy I unlocked, and it kind of had a little whiff of bullshit about it, but in a funny way. So here I am, about to smash the last pot and unlock the bronze trophy, but did you see that weird problem, that little bit of bullshit with this trophy? Well, let's take a look again. If we look at this second to last pot on the right, watch as I smash the one to the left of it. All of a sudden, the other one breaks at the same time. Or how about when I got the bronze trophy saviour for saving this bloke at the other end of the tunnel? So what you're supposed to do here is leave the torch on the actual handle thing so you can slot it in. Because I dropped it and then the room was in complete darkness. But I thought I was safe because there was a torch at the back behind me. So I then used my igniter on my sling to save him. But then that just led all of the rats to me. And well, I had a bit of an untimely demise. Wasted. But at least I saved the guy and I got the trophy. So this next bit here with this swinging torch caused me a little bit of trouble because I died quite a lot trying to get the collectible over on the left and actually see the damn thing, but on one of my many attempts when I went up here to grab all these supplies, I managed to sort of glitch out the girl's arm because Hugo moved around in a weird place, and well, yeah, look at her arm. If that's not bullshit, I don't know what is. So in this section of the game, you can go all the way down the stairs instead of going into Lucas's lab, and here is a grave, and it's where we unlock the bronze tribute trophy. And when I read the description for this, I thought maybe it was going to be a bit of an Easter egg trophy, a reference to a past game by this studio, but when I got there I was a little bit disappointed by it because it didn't seem to be anything. It was just someone's grave in the game. It didn't seem to be a reference, which was a bit disappointing. So in this section of the game, we had to defend, what's his face? I can't remember his fucking name, but he's the big fella that can smash the doors. And when you do, as he's trying to break the door down, a load of enemies come in, and it's here where I kind of felt like the game's controls and attack sort of stuff was a bit bullshit. So he got me before I could fire the sling. So I thought, okay, well this next time I'm going to just hide behind the crate because he won't know I'm there, because he's only saw me because he's come through the doorway and saw me standing there. So I grab a few of the supplies in the room, and then I instruct the guy to bash down the door, and I just hide behind this box here, thinking I'm outsmarting the game at this point, and that I'm being really Mr. Big Bollocks, Mr. Clever Clogs. So I'm here hiding to try and get a stealth kill on him or just attack him, and he instantly just runs to me and takes me out, which was a bit bullshit really, because he shouldn't have known I was there. Anyway, one of the bigger trophies that you're going for is the upgrades, because you need to fully upgrade the sling for the silver trophy, as well as fully upgrade the equipment. So you do this by picking up all the materials. It's very much a crafting game, so you've got to search every area you're in to find all the materials, because you need a lot of the materials to upgrade each section. So the sling has 6 upgrade points that you need to slot into it, and once I've done that, I got the silver trophy for that, but I still need to do the equipment. So I actually backed up my save to the cloud beforehand, and once I'd done that, I quit out, reloaded that save to then spend those last few points that I had on the equipment. And it was here where I realised that I could upgrade the last 2 bits of the equipment, but I thought I would still have to do the other set. But to my surprise, I actually unlocked the silver trophy for fully upgrading all of the equipment. So this was kind of a little bit bullshit, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting this, because there is actually a 3rd set, alchemy, and I just figured that was tied into the equipment bit, because I didn't really notice the headers at the first. So I was actually going through the game, upgrading the alchemy as well as I went along, if I couldn't afford the last bit of the equipment. So make sure when you're going for this that you don't really spend many points on alchemy, concentrate on equipment and sling, go for the increased pocket size first, because that will allow you to carry more materials. But yeah, that was a little bit of a bullshit one. A little whiff of bullshit there. The Captain's Sidekick trophy was the one that I thought would give me the most trouble once I realised that I had to play this chapter as Hugo, the girl's brother, who for the most part is a defenceless little boy throughout most of the game, and this chapter was no different, as he's very easy to get spotted and an instant game over. So this missable trophy requires you to follow this tall guard to a room, but actually get there before he does. So it's basically a sort of mission where you have to trail him as he walks through the castle, but at some point get ahead of him. It's quite funny what he says to this guard.
But do not lower your guard.
Because just seconds later, as he moves out the way so the other one can walk through that corridor, he basically instantly, really laughably, lowers his guard, and I can just crawl right past him without him really noticing. What a fail. But thank God their security is very lax, because this kid wouldn't be able to do anything against them. So we follow him to an outside courtyard bit, and it's here where you need to get ahead of him. So I just sprinted up the left hand side, but there was also a collectible here in between these hedges, so I had to go round and get it. But this would mean that he would get ahead of me and beat me into the room. But thankfully, the stars aligned, and when I was grabbing this collectible, he was just walking past me the other side of the hedge, and after you grab it, the boy instantly stands up, and then as I turned and ran back out to try and catch up with him, he actually sort of spotted me and went to investigate, so that allowed me to actually get ahead of him. So if I wasn't going for the collectible at this point and just playing through naturally, he would have beat me into this next room and probably would have been ahead of me before we got into the room after it, where the trophy would pop. So at this point, I'm just thinking, okay, I'm ahead of him now. Let's just see what's in here, because it looked like he was going this way. So I walk into this hallway, and we have a door at the far end, but there is also a staircase on the left. And at this point, I don't know where to go, and I'm kind of tempted to go up the stairs, because I'm thinking he's got to go up to talk to the woman, because we're after the mum at that point. But for some reason, I just decided, no, I'll go straight ahead into this open doorway and see what's in here. And as soon as I went in, I unlocked the Captain's Sidekick trophy without me really even realising what I was doing. So at that point I was in a bit of a shock, and I could see him coming towards me, so I decided to hide under this table. And as I was slowly waiting for him, I kind of figured maybe I could get a bit further ahead, because I wasn't too sure if that was the right trophy or not. And as I came out the other side of the table, I was instantly spotted, and then the checkpoint puts me in the corridor just before the door, but this time the guard that I'm tailing is actually already in front of me, so I just try and walk up and sneak up behind him, but as we get to the door, he just slams it in my face, so I can't even get in there anymore. But thankfully, that was the trophy for getting there. And that's pretty much all the whiffs of bullshit I had from this otherwise brilliant game, so let's give it a rating, shall we?
What? Is that it?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh.
You gotta be kidding me. I practically had it.